Hello again, this is Sports Betting Whale, Wednesday, September 27, 2017. As always, I thank you for joining me on the video channels. The theme of today's video is to discuss with you my recent run where I made well over $100,000 in just 10 days betting on sports. The 10-day run happened from September 14th to September 23rd. I was up $117,432. On September 23rd, I wagered $55,100 and cashed out $116,732. So I started with just $19,290 10 days before, and 10 days later I turned that into over $130,000. That quick. Afterwards, patterns that had formed that allowed that streak to happen began to break, and I gave back around $60,000 of the profits. That's about half of the winnings I made during the run. Overall, I'm still up $54,000 during that stretch. Now, had the streak continued through Sunday and Monday, you would have seen me win $200,000–$300,000 easily. Unfortunately, the NFL broke the streak with a lot of teams that had been performing well, faltered quite a bit on Sunday. And if you watched the games, you saw a lot of the better teams lose. The nature of what I do is I follow streaks, follow patterns, and I roll with them. Yes, I knew there was a great chance that you could have the double bounce situations on the NFL on Sunday, but again, when the streaks are there, you kind of just put the blinders on and roll with them until they stop, and start over again with lower amounts and wait for the next big wave to occur. So you've seen it for yourself how someone can win a large amount of money in a short time betting on sports. Betting on sports isn't the only way that you can make large amounts of money over a short period of time. I have built hundreds of millions of dollars in wealth in the past from investing in startup tech companies. I've served in key positions as co-founder, CEO, or early seed investors in companies that have generated hundreds of millions of dollars in wealth, starting as early as my 30s. One internet tech company in particular was valued at one point in the billions of dollars and became one of the biggest IPOs of its time. As we've all seen, there's been some tremendous wealth created in the internet tech space in the last several years with big IPOs and big acquisitions from companies that formed in a short period of time ago and rapidly expanded, sold out, or went public. I've been watching and benefiting when I can from those opportunities, but it's pretty rare to be able to invest in the seed rounds of an internet company that has potential to be worth tens or hundreds of billions of dollars. Most people never have that opportunity, including me. I usually don't have that opportunity. But I did find one that I'm significantly investing in and believe in, and it's called ZipHub. You've heard me talk about it before, but I want to go into it a little bit more now because ZipHub is actually launching in a big way, and this could very well be your last opportunity to get in. I'm going to be speaking about it, and also too, the general counsel and one of the lead fund management investment managers for ZipHub will also talk to you about his take and impressions on how strong an investment opportunity ZipHub is at this stage. And again, there's a sense of urgency here because when you hear what the general counsel of ZipHub says and the big equity funds that are lined up to put in tens of millions of dollars into ZipHub, once that occurs, smaller investors, the seed investors, the friends and family investors, the opportunity to buy shares at a low rate, gone. So there is a real sense of urgency. So what we're all going to ask you to do right now is just take a good look at it. If you pass, you pass. But at least you've had a chance to do your due diligence. With any startup, you never know what's going to happen. If it were certain, then at this point the company would have already raised a ton of money through the equity funds. But there's a sense of a lot of confidence that this is going to launch right now. There's a lot of reasons to believe it will. And what's kind of cool is that we're all risk takers. everyone that's listening, and of course myself, we handicap, we take risks, we have a risk-reward comfort level when we take games, when we invest in stocks, and whatever we do, invest in real estate. Everything is a risk-reward. ZipHub, in my humble opinion, I've done this quite a few times and have made a lot of money. My opinion is that the odds of ZipHub succeeding are significant, probably likely, and if it succeeds, the return on investment will be astronomical. If it doesn't work, if you've invested an amount that you can afford to lose, okay, you took a shot at making 100 to 1 or 50 to 1 or 200 to 1 or 1,000 to 1, some huge reward at the end of the path here for an acceptable risk. That's, to me, is a smart move. I'm always looking for opportunities where I can invest in an amount that I can afford to lose, and if I'm right, boom. I've actually been in situations in the past where I've invested as little as $10,000 and had millions or tens of millions in return because I invested at the very early stage in seed round of a company. ZipHub's at a point now where it's not a seed round, it's a at-launch round. And so instead of needing to wait 18 months or 2 years for the technology to get done, if you invest now, you're getting the same deal as everybody that invested a year and a half ago, but the tech's finished, the apps are finished, the marketing is finished, the union deal's done, the Stan Lee deal is done. All of the commercials are ready, and they're actually starting to air this week in Southern Nevada. Wow, it's an amazing opportunity for you to get in at this stage. I've invested, like I said, $10,000 of early once in a round and as a co-founder, and it turned out to be worth millions or tens of millions. I've invested sometimes hundreds of thousands, and it came back tens of millions of dollars. The opportunity to make a huge multiple on this kind of a company is oftentimes what would be considered a once in a lifetime. So Champ Group, me, the sports whale, and other people really want to share this life-changing opportunity for you to consider. So what we're asking you to do is call the company, learn more. They'll give you a link to all the information that I'm talking about and the attorney is going to talk about. See for yourself. If you have the ability to put some in that's a safe amount for you, the risk reward here is definitely a great ratio in my opinion. So here's some things that have recently occurred that are quite exciting that you can see for yourself. Okay, the commercials are airing all over cable TV in Las Vegas starting this week. Commercials are actually done and produced using Stan Lee as the ambassador for ZipHub. Stan Lee was the creator of the Marvel comics. He's the chairman of Marvel right now, chairman emeritus. He's famous all over the world. He has over 10 million social media followers who we're now tapping into. Right away, you're going to start seeing posts about ZipHub with Stan Lee. ZipHub is running commercials this week across cable network. They're running radio commercials using Stan Lee as the ambassador. Stan Lee doesn't do this. For him to endorse ZipHub and actually be the face and spokesperson, ambassador for ZipHub is really unprecedented for a startup company. Stan and his daughter are owners in ZipHub. Think about the credibility that brings and the domino effect that's going to create. ZipHub also has the ability now to be the agent for Stan Lee for social media and for commercials and co-branding opportunities as well. So that's going to create an income stream for ZipHub, also create huge sponsorship programs with major corporations with ZipHub as well. A lot of things are lining up for it to be a very successful launch. Another example of how having Stan Lee as an ambassador for ZipHub is already paying dividends. If you look on the screen here, here's a picture of Stan Lee recommending the audience at the San Francisco-Arizona Diamondback game to sign up for ZipHub. It's on the Jumbotron at the stadium, and it was announced. Sign up at ziphub.com and download the ZipHub app today. This is Stan Lee of Marvel at the stadium. Guess what that cost? It cost ZipHub $0. How did ZipHub get that kind of publicity for no money? Because the San Francisco Giants had a Stan Lee Marvel night, and they wanted Stan Lee to come and sign autographs and to support the San Francisco Giants fans. So they brought Stan Lee in. Stan Lee is an ambassador for ZipHub, so he went ahead and talked about ZipHub. All the people that were at the stadium saw ZipHub, saw Stan Lee. They were giving out some pins and memorabilia was signed by Stan Lee, all different kinds of things that allowed ZipHub to be introduced to an audience at no charge to ZipHub because of the involvement of Stan Lee. That's just one example of the consumer drive that's occurring right now. So let's look at the puzzle of how a successful business is launched. If you're in the internet tech space, first thing, you have to have a winning concept, a concept that will be protectable and easy to expand into the future. Second step, you have to build the technology. A lot of money goes into that, a lot of time, and a lot of energy. Third, you have to come up with a marketing plan. Fourth, you have to put together the admin, the legal, the finance, the accounting, the human resources, all of the operational business stuff, and ZipHub's done all that. Then you launch. So let's compare that to a NASA rocket. Think about all of the technology and engineering and time and money that goes in to developing the right kind of rocket. Then you get it transported to the pad, and then there's a countdown, and it launches. Well, it's a long period of time from conception to that launch. ZipHub is at the launch pad right now. There's T-minus 1 day, T-minus 1 week, T-minus 1 month, but it's launching as we speak. One of the things that the Champ Group and I like to do is show you how to make money and let you share in successful ideas that allow you to change your life in a positive way. ZipHub, I can't imagine that you'll ever see the Champ Group or the Whale ever have the opportunity to present to you this huge money-making upside that ZipHub has. Rare, it's extremely rare. And if it wasn't for some inside connections with people that give the ability to make this offer through the Champ Group audience, it wouldn't even be possible. So there's a lot of experience at ZipHub. There's a lot of talent. All of the pieces of the puzzle are put together now, and I'm expecting to see a very successful launch. If you want to get involved and take a look at this home run opportunity for yourself that I personally have heavily invested in, so have friends and family, all you have to do is just text INVEST, I-N-V-E-S-T, to +1 702 462 1135. So the last piece of the puzzle for everything to launch successfully is the consumer drive for ZipHub. What do they have? They've got Stan Lee in the commercials running in Las Vegas in the pilot market. They've got the radio ads with Dave Ramsey. They have all kinds of social media blasting out. They've got the unions. All of the unions in the state of Nevada are participating in the launch. which is going to lead quite likely to a national approval. If it works in Nevada, of course, the unions, the churches, the nonprofits, the schools, everyone that's getting involved in supporting ZipHub in Nevada will, if they've got sister chapters, of course, any national chapters like the unions will all kick in. Stan Lee is doing a big promotion on his social media as well. So consumer drive is the last piece. What happens next? You're going to hear from the general counsel at ZipHub. He's been working with equity funds, major equity funds throughout the United States and some globally, who want ZipHub to prove the model out in the Southern Nevada market first, and then they'll gladly give a high valuation for expansion capital all through the United States and globally, which will lead to an acquisition or an IPO, is the whole strategy, the whole approach. And if they're right and it works, you'll see ZipHub everywhere. And those of you who don't participate in it are going to have one heck of a story to tell everyone about the opportunity that you passed on. Those that do participate in ZipHub are, if ZipHub does what it's likely to do and what it's planning on doing, will create a life-changing event for, and possibly generation life-changing events for the people that do participate. That again is an opinion that is based on experience and based on the facts, but always know that there are no sure things. When I'm about to give you some sports plays, of course we hope they win. They're the best picks I have for the day, but it's all risk reward. Every one of you understands that concept. Take a look at ZipHub, see for yourself before it's too late, because the door will close on this the second this pilot starts to take off in Southern Nevada. So here are today's round robin picks, as you can see on the screen. As always, you can see I put my money where my mouth is. In the last couple of weeks, I've wagered $500,000 of my own money in the picks, and at one point was well over 100,000, still sitting at 54,000 in profits, and hopefully soon will be up hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can't wait to show that to you as it happens. I've done it literally hundreds of times in the past, where I've taken a small amount of money and run it up to hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Once I do it again, you're going to see how powerful this round robin system is, and how in just one single run you can make enough profits to last you years. My pick of the day today is the Yankees run line. You see on the screen all the other plays as well. As a reminder, if you're interested in discovering more about ZipHub and possibly looking to make an investment into what I believe is a huge home run opportunity that has the potential to pay off astronomical returns if ZipHub succeeds, just text INVEST to +1 702 462 1135. There is a minimum of $10,000 to be able to participate in it. So when you talk to someone from the company, they'll explain how it all works and the different options that you have to take a look at, and they can send you the links to learn more, and they can send you the paperwork for you to present to your professionals, accountants, lawyers, whoever you want to. There's a lot of professionals that have already invested. There's $4 million that has been put into the company in the friends and family round to this date, and very successful people have invested in it. A lot of attorneys are in it. A lot of financial advisors are in it. A lot of very successful business people are in it. And a lot of the people I know are in it. And the story just keeps getting better. It's about to take off. Please take a look at it. I appreciate your time in listening to this video and seeing if this is a fit for you on what we think is a huge home run opportunity. The next part of the video, you'll be hearing from the general counsel from ZipHub, and he will be able to explain things as what happens after the success of the pilot. What are the next steps? What are the plans for the company? So you can hear it for yourself. Thanks again. I look forward to being on a video with you again soon. Going forward, I'll be releasing my free sports picks on this YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel with this round button right here, and I'll make sure you'll be the first to know as soon as I have free picks to release. Thank you.